Lloyd Vehicle Consulting. Still not sponsored by Lancaster Insurance. Maybe one day. Good afternoon. Today is the 22nd of March, and this is part 7 of the slightly shambolic shuffle around the 2025 Practical Classics Classic Car and Restoration Show here at the NEC in Birmingham. We're on the barn find stand here, which a lot of people would have gone to first, but we've come to it 7th for reasons best known to no one. We'll start off with this 1978 Colt Sapporo GSL. Now, at the time, Mitsubishis in this country were sold under the Colt name. I don't know why this car has both badges. I'm not quite sure why that would be, but it does. This is a very, very rare car. Mitsubishi were very much hampered by import quotas until about 2000 over here, and so we didn't sell a lot of these. Still got the diamond star on the front there. I think this is going for a full restoration of this car. I mean, probably good luck finding some of the parts, but extraordinary thing. I don't really know what the nearest British equivalent to this would be. I think probably when the Mark I Granada was still in production, possibly the Mark I Granada Coupe, but it was out of production by 1978. But we've got a Ford Puma. It's funny seeing this as like a barn find, isn't it? But then again, this car is almost 30 years old now, so there we go. Actually, the arches don't look too bad on this, amazingly. Normally that's where they go. So 1998. So it was stored outside from 2018. This needs a bit of a cleaning up. I suppose if you can't fix the existing engine, just put another one in. They're not that uncommon. Oh, we've got a Skoda. Say 86 to 89. Why on earth is it called that? We don't know the year it was. Don't know the year it was actually manufactured. What's the plate on it? That should give an idea of what year it was registered anyway. It's first Skoda from the UK, but the thing is that Skoda was in this country way before 1986, so I don't really know what it says that the first dealership in opened in 86. I don't understand that, but there we go. Maybe this car's never been registered. Maybe this is just like how it's always been, which would be interesting. Thank you. Have a look inside. We've still got plastic bits on the seats. This is extraordinary. Those original tyres as well. So it's not been registered then. There we go. I don't really know what you could say about that. So we don't know the year of manufacture. It's not been registered. So there we go. That is correct.
Oh, yes.
With Daimler, very, very nice Daimler. Daimler Conquest Roadster from 1954. Do you know there's one of these in the Loxley Classic Car Club that I see regularly? It's a white one. That doesn't look too bad. It actually just looks like it needs a bit of a clean. Might be all it needs. It's a bit covered in sort of dust and things, but there we go. What it isn't, but it's been in storage for so long. This thing's a bit worse to wear, isn't it? What's this? It's a very old car. 1933 Jaguar SS2. Wow. Goodness gracious me. Saving this important piece of Jaguar's heritage will require substantial investment, yes. I think that's a slight understatement, viewers. We've got here a Bentley T1, but it's not even a four-door saloon. It's a two-door convertible, which is from Gary Mathers. We've heard of him before, viewers. Found languishing in a breaker's yard in California. Right, 67. Predating the Rolls-Royce Corniche. What the heck is going on with here? Has there been like a fire or something? It's really, really sad, isn't it? That side's okay. That side's clearly not. And this is what a Corniche looks like later, when it's had all the work done. See, this is a little bit later. Not really in the same condition as all the others, is it? It's not really at all. Oh, it's an 83, okay, so it's a lot newer. I suppose that's just for contrast. 1977 Mini 1275 GT from the UK Barn Finds YouTube channel. 1275 GTs are going up in value now. They weren't particularly expensive for quite a long time, but now they are. Very weird steering wheel on this car. Very, very weird. Yeah, I think those are the correct wheels, actually one of the later ones. This is one of the later ones. Then a Ford Escort. Who doesn't love a Mark 1 or Mark 2 Escort? 74 Mark 1 1300E. I mean, it could do with probably a pair of wings and some tidying up. It's already had a new boot lid. But 300Es are the absolute pinnacle, in my opinion, of the Mark 1 Escort range. They're fabulous. Now we've got Motorsport Rally Cup from 1957. Transworld Minor. Obviously this has been to quite a few places. It's got a 63 plate, but it is a 57 apparently. I wonder what engine's actually in this now. So it's modified for a world tour in the late 80s. 1275cc engine, a Toyota gearbox. It's a very, very common upgrade on these, rather than the 4-speed that hadn't done a sticker match on first, that's normally in a minor. Make it a little bit easier to drive. But what's happened to it since it's come back from the tour? Let's have a look at the information sheet viewers, that will probably tell us, won't it? It's just been unused. It's been sitting in storage. Gone. Wow. Now, with a member of Volvo Owners Club, we can definitely get excited about this. It's a 345DL 79 to 80 plate. This is kind of around the time of the first major facelift of these. This is a manual car, so an early manual. The early ones were all CVT rubber belt. Say 1980. It's got the 1.4 Renault Cléon Font engine. We discovered the barn in 2016, purchased by a film production company. Went to appear in several TV series. After its film career, it went back into storage in 2021. Amazing. Then we've got this Jaguar S-Type from 1965. UK barn finds, you seem to have quite a few cars on display here. I've seen the channel, but I don't think I've really paid much attention to it, to be honest. Maybe I should pay a little bit more attention to it. If that was a Mark II, it would be worth obviously a lot more, but I prefer the S-Type personally, actually. Austin A30, so we've seen a whole stand full of A30s and A35s just recently. Part 7. 1954 that was. Then something a bit more upmarket, an Aston Martin. This is a DB5 or a DB4. Let's take a look. So everyone's crowding around this. It's a DB4 from 1960. The engine looks enormous. I think there's a 6-cylinder in these. I think that's going to need quite a lot of money spending on it, because that whole bit there is kind of collapsed, which is really ideal. Just go round here and not get someone's photograph. Ciao at Jupiter. There's not much of this left, really, is there? Not really much at all. Someone saved the number plate though. Yeah. That's crazy. 1952. Is that actually able to be restored or not? It's very sad, doesn't it, like that? This car is just a restoration. Excellent. Most of the parts required now sourced and to hand. 1958 Morris Oxford. It looks a bit like the old Hindustan Ambassador. It was made in India, doesn't it? It's crazy. The Ambassador, I think, was made until 2014 or something. It looks very much like this still, even the later cars. Mark V Cortina, 2-litre gear. Yes, we like 2-litre gear Cortinas. The whole roof is caved in. This is 79, so it's a very, very early one, this. 18,000 miles, placed in storage, damp conditions, need for restoration. Excellent. I drove a 77 2-litre gear recently, actually. It's a very popular video. A bit different from this, the roof line's completely different, and even the interior is a bit different, actually, on those. Excellent. For sale. And then this huge, big American thing. I've been a brave person to take on something like this. Is a Mercury Marauder. Oh, it's the old Marauder. It's actually 63. Can't say I've ever seen one of these before. So we've seen some immaculate Austin 7 so far. This is the 7 Ruby from 1935. It's not looking quite as immaculate, this one. Locked away in a shed. Wow, I mean, look at the patina on this. That is absolutely, utterly extraordinary. Right, next stand, viewers. There we go, the Oxford University's Motorsport Foundation. Definitely saw them here in this hall actually last time. And I recognise that Golf GTI as well. 1978 MGB GTI. Oh right, it's got an engine with fuel injection to 1.9. That's interesting. I like the colour. They're taking the bumpers off actually. It would be a chrome it would be a rubber bumper car originally. But actually it looks pretty good without the bumpers on it. Let's have a look at the Golf. This has been going a while, hasn't it, this restoration? It's quite an early actually Mark II GTI. It's a, sort of like an 84 or something like this. There's hard work going on there. And then a TVR 350i from I think 1989 this is. It's still got the old Capri door handles on it. And various sort of Austin Rover and Ford bits. Yeah, sorry, it's a 1990, I do apologise. Very hard working stand indeed. Some of the country's best brains in there. So look at Riley's stand now. Oh, I like this, viewers. Now, so what I did last year, one of my friends, Alex, from the All Things Alex channel, he bought one of these and it was in a bit of a state, so I had a look at it on the channel for him, and actually someone else when I bought it. This is a 1966, so it'd be 1100 model rather than the later 1300. They're very, very nice cars, these. I absolutely love the Riley version. This is the Van den Pla, for me, the favourite version I have of the ADO 16 design. That is a very, very handsome car indeed. And this is one of the absolute last ones. They were discontinued in 1969, and this is a 69 only on an H. It's purchased in 87 for £50. Crazy. Is that zircon blue? I don't know. Now Tovia, a Riley sort of a bit like in America, they decided to bring out another brand. It's like Cadillac and LaSalle or something like that, back in the 30s. It didn't really go very well for them, unfortunately. I've never seen an Octavia before. I have though seen a Riley RM. These are all these sort of different RMs, 45 to 1957. So a long production life of these, and many, many, many different variants. All very handsome. This is an RMB from 1949. Looks good. Next to it, another sort of variation on the theme that we've seen, which is the fact that Morris Minor and the Mini, they had more luxurious versions made as well. Sort of Wolseley 1500. This is a Riley Elf. Looking at these doors, this is a Mark III. They actually got the Mark III Mini doors before the Mark III Mini, if that makes sense. So we'll look and see if we can see what year this is. No, it doesn't actually say. But it'll be 6768 on an F. You can see it has a completely different back end from the Mini. Totally different. Much more useful with an actual little boot. These were discontinued when the Mark III Minis came in 69. And another Castrol here, 6768. Having some, I think, rewiring done in there. Bodywork, that looks very nice. And then move on to some commercial vehicles. Can't remember what this Oxford-based pickup was called now. Forget the name of it. A Morris Dormobile Junior. Excellent. Oh, you can actually have a nice sleep in here if you want to. Unfortunately, I'd like to do that, viewers, but I need to continue because we have much more shambolic shuffling to do. So this will be, looking at this, Series 2, I think. So it'll have the 803 series engine, so 83cc engine. This one's a lot later with that steering wheel, much later. Yeah, it's a 69 to 70 actually. It's all the way towards the end of production, which finished, I think, for the commercials in 71. This is a 65. They weren't called a Morris Minor van at the time. They were called the 600 or 800 weight, but everybody calls them minor vans these days, which is perfectly acceptable. This one's been a bit modified. Yes, you've actually got some decent brakes in here, viewers. Unlike the original unassisted drum brakes, which are absolutely terrifying. Oh, it's a really late one. That's a 71 only. It's an Austin badge one. After the A35 van was discontinued in 68, they made an Austin badge version of the minor commercials as well. There you go. What have you got here? Next we have the Stourbridge Pre-War Car Club. A 1935 Packard Straight 8. I imagine that's probably the only Packard in this entire building. They're not exactly common things, are they? Huge thing, and a very, very comfortable looking dicky seat. How do you get in there then? Where do you stand? I'm not 100% sure. Oh, you stand on the thing on that side. And then you go up there. Okay, that makes sense. Just grab onto the seat and clamber in as best you can so you don't fall out, which will be, I don't know, mildly terrifying, I think it is probably. And a Riley 1.5, excellent. So we've got the Riley version of the Wolseley 1500. This is a built-in one, no built-in 1964. I prefer this to the Wolseley simply because you get a rev counter in here. I think mechanically they're virtually the same. There we go, the battery's even mounted in a slightly different place than this because the engine's actually a B series rather than A series in these. 1926 Ford Model T. Right, so that car is 99 years old. It's not the oldest thing I've seen so far, viewers, but it's up there. Excellent, viewers. More Riley RMs. RMA, so this would be an early one. This is a 1948. one owner since between 82 and 97. So we've had lots and lots of work done. There's a list of all the work there. Very nice. Such stylish cars, these. It's in beautiful condition. It's just a factory estate or something. I've never seen one of these before. Wow. RMEE. So 1955. So this is a very, very rare version then. Goodness me. We are seeing some really, really unusual stuff today, aren't we? Morris Minor community stand here, nice Tourer. And then a very lovely Traveller from 1963. And there is a car on its side, a late one, demonstrating troublesome trunnions and surprising suspension. Oh, trunnions. Yes, especially on trunnions. I prefer though this 105 series Alfa Romeo. This is a GT 1600 Junior from 1974-1975. Very, very nice views. I have driven one of these back in the ancient mists of time. It was good fun actually. We've got a Triumph, let's get this right on the back, TR4A from 1966. Oh, it's for sale. Call Roger on 07835135391 or Richard on 07716 677555. That's an interesting number. It does look rather nice, viewers. And then we've got an Aston Morris J4 van, 72-73 plate, which is a very late J4. Discontinued in 1974 in favour of a Sherpa, which actually shares some of the rear bodywork with one of these. Right, let's go on now to the Morris Minor Owners Club stand. Bert is having some work. You can hear the merry clicking of tools. Yeah, again we've got some slight variations from standard in here. A Trafalgar Blue two-door Minor from about 69. I'd driven one that was almost the same as this back in 2022. Little bit better paint than this, but that wasn't too bad. This is a 66. It's not tread on anything here, viewers. It's a bit dangerous walking through this area. I think we'll get out of here and maybe go this way so we don't actually interrupt what's going on. So we've got some older Morrises here. 1934 Morris 10-4. This actually is a recent purchase. This one was only bought last year by the current owner. Buying a pre-war car like this isn't actually very expensive. It's surprising that these are pretty good value. We've got little Morris 8 here. Yeah, Morris 8. It's ready for drive it day next month. Hope it's a good day. I think I'm going to be at Great British Car Journey on that day, as far as I remember. It's part of the Pride of Longbridge weekend. Then we've got probably another Morris 8. Yeah, it's a Morris 8. Slightly later one this time. So, yeah, 30s Morris 8. Is that the entire, like, oil reservoir or something? Just, and then a little van. somebody's feet to see how solid everything is on that. Motorsport Series 1. Excellent. We're going to go and look at one of the competitors over there, the Austin 10. Right, viewers, we've seen this before, haven't we? It's driven by the lady from the Passenger Seat podcast. Don't know where she is today, but here is Peggy. I think that, again, is a Trafalgar Blue 69, and it's another two-door. They're probably the most common type of Minor out there, to be honest. This is a 65 four-door. That needs a bit of work, I think, possibly. So we're looking to see if we've got a floor left in here. I don't know. It's got lots of moss in it. Maybe not the most complete car at the moment, but I'm sure they'll get it up and running probably. Midlands Austin 7 Club. Lots and lots and lots of post-war specials. It's like a popular place to be here. More than 50 years of motoring, actually. When Colin Chapman wanted to make some cars for racing, I think in Hornsey, so his parents owned a hotel or something, and he bought a few Austin 7s and started modifying them to his own specification. That's how Lotus started. There we go, absolutely, utterly loads and loads and loads of them. Where's Lotus on there? Surely that should be on there somewhere. Anyway, that looks rather nice, doesn't it? And there is a chassis. Next, I've got the Austin 10 Drivers Club. That's a nice car, isn't it? Beautiful car. 1935 1214 cowled radiator Austin. Superb. You buy a car, but you'd invested in Austin. It's very pretty. Say Austin 14 Goodwood from 1937. Austin 12.6 Harley from 1933. Another 12.4 Harley from 1933, which is missing a few bits. Presumably that's been the process of being done up this weekend. Yeah, interior and things need to go back in there. It's pretty good though. Brilliant. Right, I think we're almost finished in here. The Real Mini Company. I don't know how many fake mini companies there is, but never mind. Oh, look at this pickup. It's got the same steering wheel as one of the cars in Mr. Bean's here, isn't it? Please don't touch. That's a fully restored 7071 pickup. That is rarity. It'd be in Austin with wavy grille like that. Austin, that's right, Austin Countryman Estate. Then we've got very early Mark 1 video. I wonder if that's deluxe, but I'll have to look at the back. A couple of others kind of process of being done. Watch out for sharp edges, yes indeed. Not advisable to have sharp edges on an MOT. Take a look at the back of these two here. Yeah, Austin 7, it's a very early one. It'll be a super deluxe, won't it, with all the chrome bits. And there is the load space of the Traveller. Sorry, Country. I do apologise to you, I better get out of this hall before my absolute, utter, complete ignorance is discovered. So we'll pass this Mustang and then we'll go back down to Hall 5 for the next part. So thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video and leave a comment below. And we shall see you in the next part for some more incorrect information.